Check, 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 check. Yep. Check. I'm just doing an audio check to make sure we have good volume. Little Pink Floyd going on. Good morning, Jackets fans. From Dublin, Ohio, it is your Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Culver Academy in Game 2 of this 3-game series here in Columbus, Ohio. We're at the home rink of the Jackets, Dublin. Both teams on the ice taking warm-ups. Yesterday, the Jackets and Culver played at Iceworks in Worthington, and the Jackets were victorious by a score of 4-1. 2 goals by Addie Taylor. And Reagan Davies and Avery Lemmerbrock with 2 as well. Poppy Worsley was in net last night. She had a good game, making some outstanding saves. Looks like maybe Molly Binsky might get the nod today. Jackets will be without Peyton Falk. She's our only injury. She's the only one on the bench. She's still recovering from her shoulder strain. Again, expect her to be back at the doctor here on or about the 31st of January. And hopefully we'll see her back on the ice in February. Looks like we have Beatrice Binsky and Lisa Buzik watching. So stick taps to them for tuning in. And winter weather is upon us here in central and southwest Ohio. A major storm rolling through and started falling this morning about 7:30 in our area, which was just outside of Dayton. Big old flakes, and on the way up, ODOT had not yet cleared the road, so it took a little longer to get up here. And before we entered the rink, we went outside, and yeah, it's snowing pretty good. They're calling for 3 to 5 inches of snow here in the Dublin area today, so it'll be interesting when we leave after Game 2. See how the roads are. Hopefully the road crews can get out and get everything cleared, and we'll have a safe trip home. But right now, it's Game 2, Jackets and Culver. Game 3 will occur today at Dublin again at 1:55. So if you don't have to drive to the rink, stay home and tune in, watch the Jackets. But we'd love to see some Columbus support out here, so. And stick taps to Molly Loftus, who we saw yesterday at Worthington. She's watching. Maybe the brewery will have it on today. And we saw Beth Folk as well, so stick taps to her for tuning in. It's good to see Beth at the rink yesterday, and hopefully we'll see her again soon. Need some of those cookies. Got to get her some lard. Get some cookies out. Those things are epic. Culver come into today with a record of 6 wins, 11 losses, 1 tie. That's 51st in the My Hockey rankings. The Jackets come in with 27 wins, 15 losses, 3 draws, and that's good enough for 49th in the rankings. So Beatrice is watching. Beatrice Binsky from Florida is watching. Make sure you're using suntan lotion, sunblock. Have a cocktail for us by the pool. Not jealous. Just saying. Jackets yesterday, really one line producing all the goals. Need to get the other 2 lines more engaged. Jackets need to do a little bit more on the forecheck. They seem kind of placent on the forecheck, so I'd like to see some more energy in our offensive zone, as Culver controlled a lot of the play in the Jackets' defensive zone. Just like to see Columbus with a little more tenacity in the zone, and they practice during the week that very thing, setting up in the zone and cycling the puck, and then seems like in the game it's forgotten. So I'd like to see a little bit more zone time from Columbus. There's the buzzer to end warm-up, so both teams now are going to collect the pucks. Go back to the bench, get their lines sorted. First period will be underway here shortly. Oh, CCYHA former Blue Jacket parent, Michelle Norman, watching. Thanks for tuning in. Stick taps to Michelle Norman. Come on out to the rink, Michelle. Yeah, we'll see how Josh does on the clock. These things take a doctorate to figure out. I mean, none of them are the same. They're all a bit different in how you get the goals up, get the power plays up. Good luck, Josh. Looks like it'll be Jenna Day along with Addison Taylor Avery Lemmerbrock, Lily Talibi, and Gracie Travers with Molly Binsky between the pipes for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Referees are ready. Players are ready. Are you ready? First period is a go. Jackets win the opening faceoff. Back to Travers. Travers now splits it for Lemmerbrock. It's too far ahead of her. Collected now off the stick. Goes over. Goes over Taylor. Now here comes Culver back the other way. Travers will race to the far side corner. Puck in the slot. Lemmerbrock picks it up. She'll bank it off the wall, pick it up herself. Skips outside the zone. Lemmerbrock's pushed off the puck, and Culver collected it. Back in front of the Jackets bench now, across the blue line. Poke check nicely by Travers. Now out to Lemmerbrock off of Jenna Day. Lemmerbrock's just going to dump it in and get the change. Good work by her. And now Culver behind their own net. First period just underway here from Dublin. Now Miller with it. Miller waits to get onside. Miller now on the backhand, goes in, leaves it for Rumpke. Rumpke backhands it in. Bella Talibi behind the net. She'll run after it. Elena Prahl pinches in behind the net. Rumpke with a shot on the one-timer out front. Prahl, and Rumpke can't drive it home. Right on the back door. Now Miller chases back into neutral ice. She'll utilize Prahl on the left defense. Prahl now behind her blue line. Stretch pass looking for Davies. She's up on the play. Davies has to cycle back. Davies tripped up, no call. Now Rumpke with it, who missed a golden opportunity from Prahl. Davies now behind the net. First good opportunity of the game for either side. Now at the half boards. Davies intercepts the pass. Davies stretch pass looking for Talibi. Icing call now as that pass was just behind Talibi. She couldn't find it on her stick, and we'll have a face-off in the Jacket zone to the right of Molly Binsky. Line change in for Columbus. It'll be Buzik, Thomas, and Crick, along with Loftus and Hayden, anchoring the blue line. Scoreless between Culver and Columbus. 13-19 left in the first. So this one just underway. Culver out front. That Hayden does a good job to clear it, but not out of the zone. Culver looking to cycle it down low. Something they did really well yesterday. Puck trickles into the left of Binsky, and Culver's the first one to it. Hayden behind the net. Good poke check. Finds it on her stick. She has to loop around. Now Hayden with it down the left-hand side. Outside of the zone. Across the red line. Hayden just forces it into the zone. Buzik will go in on the forecheck along with Hayden. Thomas now skips over her stick. Culver looked to break out. Culver now. Jackets have three back in defense. Caroline Crick, good poke check, and she's going to a little bit of space here as Culver's getting a line change. Across the blue line, Crick is just going to dump it. Go for the change. Jenna Day hops on for Caroline Crick. Jenna Day, poke check, but goes straight to the Culver player. Nice by Cindy Loftus. Jenna Day with a good poke check as Sarah Thomas needs to get off here. She's right in front of the bench. This Jacket's trying to get a line change on. Culver cycling in behind Binsky. Culver out to the half boards at the corner. Lily Talibi deflects that pass. Culver now cycling from the top of the circle. Blockered away by Binsky. Culver collects in the corner. They did a lot of this yesterday. Thomas can't clear. Thomas has been on the ice for a long time now. And it's a goal. Looks like it took a deflection in front of Binsky, sliding to the left, and it just trickled in the far side right corner. Culver on the board. Early. They open the scoring at 11:42. Even strength goal by Culver. And it's 1-0. Jackets complete their line change. Taylor and Lemmerbrock out there with Day, Travers, and Lily Talibi. Binsky wants that one back. See what the Jackets have. Left-hand side, Taylor. Can't control the pass. Remember, the previous games have all been 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. Like, there's never been a close game. Taylor can't find Lemmerbrock, and now Lily Talibi shovels it ahead. Lemmerbrock back to Talibi. Talibi to Taylor, left-hand side. Jackets are onside. Taylor has it go off the toe of her stick. She'll dump it in and chase. Taylor outpaced for the puck, but Lemmerbrock picks it up. Lemmerbrock behind the net. Day poke checks it out front. Taylor now fires. That puck goes just wide. Lemmerbrock can't get a stick on it. Talibi at the point now picks it up. Talibi bounce pass off the boards of Lemmerbrock at the circle. Out front, Taylor. Taylor fires. Big pad save. Talibi now at the point fires it in. Goes off a skate. Jenna Day can't pick it up. And Culver can not clear the zone. Backed in by Talibi. Good work by the Jackets to keep pressure on. Off of Jenna Day. Jenna Day gets tripped up. No call. Talibi now can't find Taylor. That pass is too slow. Intercepted by Culver, and they're going to dump it for an icing. So good pressure there by the Jackets after the goal. That's what you really want to see, as they had Culver pinned in their zone, but just couldn't get a solid shot on goal. Miller now with Rumpke and Bella Talibi, along with Davies and Prawl. Face off in the Culver zone. Miller will line up at the dot. Miller never got her stick down. She was destroyed on that face-off circle. She had her stick down, then she lifted it and never put it back down. And now Culver out, 2-on-1 the other way, 3-on-1 developing. Culver already up by a goal. Around Prawl, out front. Net comes off the moorings. Culver tried to dance in and scoot it in on Binsky's left-hand side, but that net comes off the moorings, so we get a stoppage with 10-12 left in the first. Jackets trail by a goal on what looked to be a deflected shot. I don't know if it went off a skate of a Columbus player, but it totally handcuffed Binsky. Miller finally gets her stick down. She wins that one back to Davies. Davies in control. Davies high up out of the zone. No, it's kept in by Culver. Cycled in back around. Prawl going behind the net. Prawl looking for Rumpke. Rumpke can't get to that puck. Miller deflects it. Now up and out. Rumpke will chase after it along with Miller. Culver now in front of their own bench. Up to Prawl. Prawl fires it. We're going behind the net. Bella Talibi in behind the net now. Bella Talibi out front looking for Miller, and good stick by Culver prevents that centering pass from happening. Culver at the half boards, far side of the rink. Rumpke back to Prawl. Prawl fires, stick to side. Miller, a nice hit. She dumps a former teammate. She played for Meyer. That was Emma Andrus that Lauren bodied. Now here comes Culver back the other way. 9:15 left in the first. Jackets trail by a pair. Prawl and Miller, the only ones back. Whistles across the front of Binsky, and now Davies. Stretch pass looking for Rumpke off the boards. Rumpke across the blue line here. Rumpke in the slot. Rumpke goes just wide and will be covered up. We'll have an offensive zone face-off in the Culver zone for Columbus. Jackets complete a line change here. Crick, Thomas, and Buzik out with Hayden and Loftus. Controlled by Culver off the face-off. Now Culver skip it up and out. Loftus is there again. Loftus keeping the play inside of the Culver zone. Good work by Cindy Loftus. But now Hayden. Hayden steps up. Left-hand side, Hayden backhands it. That puck is going to be sent the length of the ice, and we're going to get an icing call. Good pressure again by the Jackets. Another offensive zone face-off for Columbus. .828 left in the first. Jackets trail by 1. Caroline Crick to the face-off dot. Controlled by Culver, but back to Hayden. Hayden fires, goes off a shin pad. That one stung. Thomas behind the net. She's muscled off the puck. Culver looked to break out. Kept in by Cindy Loftus. Crick with good cycling. Out front looking for Thomas. Thomas fires, goes off a stick, never makes it on net. Good active stick there by Culver. Hayden with the step. The puck deflected off a stick. Be inside the zone. Not sure that hit the netting. It was right in front of us. I looked for the netting to move, and it didn't, but the referee judged it to have moved. That'll allow both teams to get a line change in. It'll be Jenna Day with Taylor and Lemmerbrock, Travers, and Lily Talibi on the back end for Columbus. Day just shovels it ahead. Lemmerbrock first one to it behind the net. She wraps it around, looking for Taylor. Taylor back to Lily Talibi. Lily Talibi to Taylor at the half boards. Cross ice behind Lemmerbrock, and here comes Culver back the other way. Talibi and Travers in defense. Dumped in by Culver. Lily Talibi outpaced. Culver cycling it now behind the net. Jackets need to be careful here. Now down low. Culver off a stick. Gracie Travers. Left hand. She's got Lemmerbrock on the left, or Taylor on the left, Lemmerbrock on the right. Travers going in on alone. Travers fires. Echoes just wide out front from Lemmerbrock, and Taylor can't find it. Now near side half boards. Only out as far as Taylor. Back to Jenna Day. Looking for Lemmerbrock now. Finds Taylor. Taylor back to Lemmerbrock. Behind her. Goes off her skate. Jenna Day there to pick it up. She'll dump it in for Taylor. Jackets keep it in the zone. Out front. Nobody home. And now far side. Culver pick up the puck with 7 minutes to go. Back check by Lemmerbrock. Disposes the puck. And now Travers finds Taylor. Taylor now skips by 1. Skips by 2. Taylor fires. That sticks to side from about 60 feet. Jenna Day up. That puck is going to go the length of the ice. Good pressure again by Columbus. Much of the zone time being spent here in the Culver zone, but the Jackets unable to get things level here. As Jackets get a line change on. Rumpke, Bella Talibi, and Lauren Miller out there with Prawl and Davies. Courtney Lemmerbrock, stick taps to you, and good luck to Connor as the AAA Blue Jackets take on the Pens Elite today at Chiller North. Jackets look to control this face-off. Bella Talibi in there. That puck squirts out. Behind the net now. Rumpke gives chase the far side corner. Fires it out front looking for a centering pass. Elena Prawl steps up. And we're going to get a tripping call on Elena Prawl. Meanwhile, Binsky turns that away. Davies touches up, and the Jackets are going to be shorthanded for the next minute and 30 seconds. That'll be Prawl tripping at the 6:20 mark of period 1. All right. Jackets PK on the ice. Miller, Hayden, Davies, and Rumpke out there. Face off in the Jackets zone. A minor penalty on Prawl for tripping. Miller wins it. Hayden steps up. She can't clear that puck out. Hayden now along the half boards. Hayden with a little bit of space. Hayden's going to take it down the right-hand side, short-handed. Dumps it in by the red line, and here comes Hayden. Hayden in the corner. Goes off a stick. Hayden is in deep on the forecheck along with Miller, and Miller's got to get back if Hayden's going to stay deep. Jackets trying to pin them in the zone here. Culver now across the blue line. Culver setting up at the half boards, cross ice to the point. Shot and a goal. Power play goal, 1-for-1. Culver now double their lead with a power play goal at the 5:40 mark of the first. Crick now out for the draw, and Culver now 2-0 up on Columbus. Yeah. Culver again with it, and the Jackets, even though they've had a lot of pressure, not really putting any pressure on Culver in the defensive zone. Culver's just been given free rein, and they cycle around the net, and if it wasn't for their own error, they would have maybe had a wraparound attempt from the point, deflected in. Jackets cannot cover. Binsky sees that go across the face of her. Thomas chips it up and out of the zone into neutral ice. Culver collect. They'll skate back into their own zone. Culver now looking for that breakout. Off the boards. Culver backhands it. Loftus has it poke checked by her, but Hayden races back to get it in front of Binsky. Hayden now wraps it around. Thomas is pinched in too close to the center and can't get to that puck. It's finally cleared out by Hayden. We'll get an icing call with 4:48 left in the first. Jackets trail by 2. We'll get a line change here with Taylor, Lemmerbrock, and Day coming out. Lily Talibi and Gracie Travers on the back end for the Jackets. Need to get some energy going here. Need to create something in the offensive zone. We're keeping the puck in there, but just not getting any quality shots on goal. Day wins that face-off easily. Travers now behind the net. She looks to break out. Travers up, but not out. Great work by Culver to keep that in and read that play. Jackets kind of telegraphing their breakout there. Now out front. Culver missed an opportunity there. Here comes Jenna Day back the other way. Jenna Day with speed. Day across the blue line. She's poke checked. Lemmerbrock picks up the empty puck, wraps it around. Taylor's too far in the center. She'll race back to the corner. Kept in by Lily Talibi. Finds Taylor back to Talibi, but escapes out of the zone, and Travers collects at neutral ice. Travers now. Jenna Day. Jenna Day's got Taylor. Jenna Day stops, finds Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock got that on the heel of her stick, never made good contact. Now cycled in by Travers. Jenna Day behind the net, goes by her, and Culver collect it. Kept in by Talibi. Day now escapes one. Day looking for a centering pass. Taylor was too far out. And now here come Culver back the other way. Good work by Talibi. That allows Travers to get it with 3:40 to go. Taylor is way out there, and now Day handcuffs Taylor with a sauce pass at the knees, and that allows Culver to get the puck, but it goes into the zone. Now Culver are going to collect it. Davies poke checks it ahead. Jackets have to race to get back on side. Davies can't get that as that puck goes off of her. Up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 3:16 left in the first. Jackets trail by 2. An even strength and power play goal by the Culver Academy is the difference in this one, and the Jackets really just need to create some quality opportunities. Again, we just look out of shape a little bit here. Just got to get their shape. Miller, Talibi, and Rumke out there for Columbus, along with Davies and Prawl. Jackets control the faceoff. Prawl to Davies. Davies, left-hand side. Skates through the middle. Dumps it ahead for Rumke. Rumke can't get it. It was too far ahead of her. And now Prawl and Miller will anchor the blue line as Davies goes in. Rumke can't find it. It's poked into the far side corner. Wrapped around. Talibi cuts that off. Talibi with it. Trying to centering it. Now Davies. Davies gets it. Davies to Miller. Miller over to Prawl. Prawl the one-timer. Bobbling puck. Good puck movement from Miller to Prawl, and Prawl ripped it. Good effort there by Columbus. Just need to jam that goalie a little bit. She's able to control the rebound on the bobbling puck. And now Loftus and Hayden come out. It's changed to the blue line. Miller in for the face-off in the Culver zone. Goes between the ref's skates. Ref better get out of the way or he's going to get tripped. Hayden can't get that as it bounces off, and now Loftus is going to have to chase back after it. 2 in pursuit from Culver. Loftus wraps it around. Smart play. Hayden with speed. Bobbling puck. Kept in the zone by Culver. That puck bobbled right when she was trying to grab it. Miller picks up the rebound in front of Binsky, who couldn't hand it. Stretch pass from Miller looking for Rumke. He's intercepted. Now Culver back the other way into the Jackets zone. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first. Jackets trail by a pair. Much of the play in the Culver zone, but Culver making the most of their opportunities. Get a power play and an even strength goal, and now Rumke fires it to the center of the ice. When a Culver player picks it up, they'll dump it in ahead of play, and we get a stoppage for an offside. 1:50 left here in the first. Culver control that face-off. Into the offensive zone. Culver stop and go. Poke check. And now Lemmerbrock, right-hand side. Lemmerbrock's got Taylor coming in support. Day drops back into the center, looking for that pass. Lemmerbrock takes a big hit, no call. Getting a bit chippy out there. Now Day with it. Day on her backhand. Day will loop back around. She finds Lily Talibi. Talibi back to Day. Day has it poked off of her stick. Talibi can't keep it in, and now Day is able to grab it. Taylor lifts the stick, grabs it. 1:08 left in the period. Out front, Jenna Day, and it went to pull the trigger, and the stick lift prevented that. Now Talibi's going to have to race back after it as Culver clear the lines. Under a minute to play in the first. Jackets still trail by a pair. Talibi sets up shot behind net. Bank pass looking for Day. Day tries to find Taylor, and we're going to get an offside call here as it was dumped in ahead of the play by Culver. 49 seconds left in the first. The Jackets will have another neutral zone faceoff. Crick, Thomas, and Buzek out along with Prawl and Davies. I'm going to judge this as I don't know why they're bringing it here. They should have brought it. Whatever. Jackets win that faceoff so cleanly that Davies has to race back to the top of her own circle. She slips and falls. Culver picked the puck up. Davies now fighting for it again. Davies now behind the net finds Prawl. Prawl wrapping around looking for Thomas. Thomas is outpaced by the puck. Prawl picks up that loose puck, dumps it up and out of the zone. Jackets are going to ice it here with 25.1 left on the clock. Culver control it. They're looking to put 3 up here in the first. They're out in front of Binsky. Tip pass never made it on net. Now Davies overskates the puck. Pinned in the boards now by Culver. 11 seconds left in the period. Culver now cycling the puck in behind Binsky. Prawl releases, and she'll find that puck on her stick. Tipped up and out of the zone. And now the buzzer sounds. At the end of 1, the Jackets 0. Culver Academy 2, an even strength and power play goal. And that's the difference so far in this one. Teams will regroup and switch ends. Jackets have had much of the play here. But Culver capitalizing on their chances. And the Jackets have not been able to do that. Looks like Rumpke, Miller, and Talibi will be out there to start the second. Jackets going from left to right. They're the away team today, though, in their home rink, which is weird. Loftus and Hayden on the back end. Molly Binsky in net. Second period. Ready to go. Jackets control that face-off. Rumpke now on her backhand. She'll dump it in. Goes off Culver player. Skips outside the zone. Now dumped in by Culver. Loftus, good body position, is able to control that puck. Fired in and just wide as Culver got a quick one-timer on that loose puck. And now Hayden, stretch pass looking for Talibi. Finds Talibi. Talibi button hooks. And now in down low, Rumpke will release. She'll looking for that centering pass, and she fans on the attempt. Talibi down in front, and she can't grab the puck either. Now Talibi pins her player up against the boards. Now down for Talibi. Talibi finds Rumpke. Rumpke shoots, goes off a shin pad, and never makes it on net. Talibi picks it up. Poke checked off of her stick, and now Culver able to dump it up out of the zone. Loftus chases back after it. Loftus can't clear that puck. And now Culver with it in slot. She trips and falls, and now Culver kicking motion doesn't go on net. Wouldn't have counted if it went in anyways. Just soccer kick by Culver. Distinct kicking motion. Culver now from the high slot fires. Binsky gloves it. And Jackets get a line change in here. 13:38 left in the second. Face off in the Columbus zone. Day, Taylor, and Lemmerbrock out for the Jackets. Travers and Lily Talibi on the back end. Jackets control. Talibi now with it. Talibi gets a player in front. Culver now. Again, Culver just unabated. Nobody pressuring them in the slot area, and that's problematic. Like, you have got to pressure these girls. You can't give them a free opportunity. Culver again miss another opportunity. Jackets slow to react. Defense a little out of position there. Cross ice now. Culver looking to get some zone time and build on their 2-goal lead. Taylor thwarted in neutral ice. Dumped in by Culver, and now Travers has to race back and get it with 13 to play in the second. Travers button hooks. And that outlet pass from Travers gave Lemmerbrock no opportunity, and now Lily Talibi with it. Taylor controls now. Taylor cross ice looking for Lemmerbrock off the boards, and it goes behind her. Jackets one step behind. Just missing by a half step. 3-on-1. Out front, Talibi gets it. Big save by Binsky, and Jenna Day picks up the rebound, and now Day with it. Day finds Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock just chips it up and out. And we'll get an icing call here as the Jackets defense collapse again in their own zone. Jenna Day not happy. Jackets kind of beating themselves right now. Not sure where the team that played yesterday is, but they haven't shown up yet today. Caroline Crick in for the faceoff. Controlled by Columbus. Davies now. Davies left-hand side. Davies. Davies. A little bit of venom in her eyes. Davies clips it ahead. Davies will go in. Out front by Thomas, but picked off by Culver. Prahl's going to step up. She'll fire high and wide, or low and wide. Davies on the rebound. That puck whistles across the front of the Culver net. Prahl steps up. Prahl wraps it around. Good pressure now by the Jackets. Davies. She's pinned against the boards. Davies out front looking for Thomas. Crick has to hustle back. Crick gets it. Goes off a Culver stick, and Culver regroup. Now up and out into neutral ice. Culver down the right-hand side in front of their own bench. Got one in the middle. That puck, big save by Binsky. 11:35 left in the second. Jackets still trail by a pair. They getting zone time, but not getting any reward, and Thomas comes down the right-hand side. Cross ice for Crick. Crick now. Crick fires from distance. That's blocker to side, not controlled. Now Thomas behind the net. Out front, Buzik was waiting, but Thomas denied, and here comes Culver back the other way. Off a stick, Culver. Binsky picks that up, and now Thomas with it. I'm sorry, that's Buzik. That was offside, no call. Now Culver trying to capitalize. Culver cycling the puck. Culver now with it. Miller tries to find Buzik. It's too far ahead of her in the neutral ice. Culver dumps it back in. Hayden now. Stretch pass looking for Rumpke. It's too far ahead of her, and it's going to go for icing. Good idea by Hayden. It's just a little too much on that bounce pass. Jackets face off in their defensive zone now. 10:29 left in the second. Jackets trail by a pair. And they need to fix it mentally right now because they're making mistakes all over the ice. Offensive zone, defensive zone. Miller for the face-off. She wins it. Back to Talibi. Both Talibi sisters on the left-hand side. Lily on defense and Bella on wing. Lily battling with Culver. Culver come away with the puck. Culver looking for that centering pass. It's high. Rumpke to Miller. Miller by two, and she just dumps it in looking for Talibi, and it'll be another icing call. A little too much on the backhand by Miller. Another defensive zone faceoff. 10:03 left in the second. Well, looks like a faceoff will go to the Binsky's left. Miller ties it up. She'll win it. Talibi has to go between her skates. Miller back there with Talibi. Culver first to the puck. Poke check by Travers. Out front, sticked and covered by Binsky. Jackets going to change up offensive zone line, or offensive line. Looks like they're going to get a full change in here. Jackets need to get something going. They need to get a reward for keeping it in the zone. 9:50 left in the second. So far, no reward. No quarter given by Culver, and they control this faceoff. Goes off of Lemmerbrock, and she didn't know where the puck was. Now Prawl with it. Clearance pass is deflected. Davies behind the net. Culver, one-timer. Binsky can't find it. She finally jumps on the puck in the crease. She lost it there for a second, but quick reaction, able to cover it up, and Jackets now just finding it hard to get out of the zone. Puck controlled by Culver as it was between the ref's skates again. Culver now in behind the net. Elena Prawl should have gone for a tripping call. They let that go, but they seem to be letting a lot go. High stick on Reagan Davies, never called. That puck bounces out for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock right-hand side. It's got Tailored in the center. Tailored on her backhand. Now behind of her. That puck will slip out of the zone, and the Jackets just couldn't make that one work. And again, we're getting the effort. We're getting the chances, but it's just like we're half a dollar short. Now Lemmerbrock, right-hand side. Lemmerbrock fires. It's whistled right-hand side of the goalie, picked up by Davies. Davies now can't control the puck, and offside as Lemmerbrock was slow getting back. Defensive zone, or defensive change, Hayden and Loftus. Lemmerbrock, Day, and Taylor stay out there. Jackets shovel it into the Culver zone. Culver returns it and goes into the Jacket zone. Left-hand side. Culver trying to set up shop. The puck takes a deflection. Lemmerbrock can't get to it. Culver first one to the puck. Out front, Taylor got some space on the left-hand side. Day and Lemmerbrock in support. Taylor stick handles around one. She gets dumped, no call. Not quite sure how that wasn't a call. Now Loftus is going to have to race back. This Culver find themselves a little bit of a breakaway there. Binsky covers it up. And, I expect the coaching on the bench to react to those plays and get in that referee's head. Like, you've got to call these. Like, that was a clear penalty, and they just let it go. Defensive zone faceoff for Columbus. Buzik, Thomas, and Crick out there with Lily Talibi and Gracie Travers, and Culver control that faceoff. From the point, fired in. Binsky blockers it aside. 8:06 left in the second. Jackets still with no goals. Oh, that almost went off a Talibi skate by Binsky, but it echoed just wide. Culver keeping in at the half boards, and they look to cycle. Travers pressured. The end boards. Travers goes down. So does the Culver player. Culver come away with it. Oh, and out front on a deflection. Now Buzik. Buzik had time. Instead, she got rid of the puck. Now it's behind her. Talibi in front of the Culver bench. Talibi finds Thomas on the right. Sarah Thomas dumps it in, goes off a stick. She'll chase it into the corner. Culver should be getting a penalty here. And they will be, and the Jackets are going to go on the power play at the 7:26 mark. First power play of the game for Columbus. For hooking. So Jackets power play, 7:26 of the second. Maybe this is what they need to get a goal here. It could change. Taylor fires, never makes it on net. Lemmerbrock Back to Hayden. Hayden at the half boards. Hayden goes down low. Jenna Day cycles to the top. Bah! Hayden looking for Taylor. It's too quick for her. That bouncing puck can't be controlled by Culver. Now in behind the net. Culver trying to clear it. Limmerbrock in front of her own bench. Bounce pass. Finds Hayden. Hayden collects it. Backhands it. Back out to Limmerbrock. Limmerbrock to Hayden. Hayden fires, and it's blockered away. Jackets with some pressure. Like to see this pay off as Hayden goes in behind the net. Taylor now in the corner. Taylor banks it. Finds Day. Day back to Taylor. Good cycle by Columbus. Let's see if they can get something going here. Out front, and it's blocked by Culver. Culver can't clear it. Limmerbrock. And right in front, and nobody there. Taylor can't bring it home, and that puck's going to escape out. 38 left in the man advantage for Columbus. Davies now as the Jackets are pressing. Davies with speed down the right-hand side. Goes into the center, goes back to the right. Stops. Cross ice for Limmerbrock. Limmerbrock to Hayden. Taylor's in front of the net. Fires. Never makes it on net. Day can't find it. Culver trying to clear. Step by Hayden. Leaves it for Davies. 14 left in the power play. Hayden now. Open ice. Fires. Glove down. She was trying to get that top left corner. 8 seconds left in the power play for Columbus, and they still trail by a score of 2-0 to Culver Academy. Talibi, Rumpke. It looks like Miller going out there to finish off this power play with Prahl and Travers on the blue line. Nope, Rumpke's going to go off. Prahl's going to go up front. Miller's tied up. Culver going to control this face-off. And the penalty's going to expire. Jackets 0 for 1. Culver come back the other way. That puck went into the bench, and we'll get a stoppage of play here. Jackets unable to convert on the man advantage, although they had opportunities. .552 left in the second. Jackets really need to get a goal here. Miller for the draw. She chokes up on her stick. Wins it back cleanly to Lily Talibi. Talibi finds Rumpke. Rumpke's got Miller in the center. She elects to go down the right-hand side. Rumpke leaves it for Miller. Miller shoots, goes off a Culver body. Talibi picks it up. Talibi now. She's pressured in the corner. Miller in there for the forecheck along with Talibi. Talibi looking for Miller. Out front is Rumpke. She's behind her. She tried to pull the trigger, but Culver clear. Now here comes Culver back the other way. Binsky with the save. Miller being a pest. She taps Binsky's head. 5:21. We'll have a defensive zone faceoff. And a line change here with Thomas, Buzik, and Crick out. Jackets still in a 2-goal hole here. Let's see something going. Prahl and Davies out there as well. Crick kicks it back to Davies. Davies now over to Thomas. Thomas tries to get it out. That was offside. Davies now with it. Davies just chips it ahead. Thomas will chase after it. And now Crick collects the puck. Goes off the skate. Davies picks up the loose puck. Neutral ice. Davies down the left-hand side. Davies tripped up. No call. Prahl's going to commit. Good for her. Thomas too slow getting back. She's offside. Stoppage of play with 4:47 left in the second. Prahl and Davies hop off. Hayden and Loftus step on, and we'll get an offensive line change as well with Day, Limmerbrock, and Taylor assuming duties for Columbus. Neutral zone face-off. Day controls it. Limmerbrock dumps it in. Taylor's going to chase after it in the corner. Goes off a Taylor at skate. She didn't know where it was at, and here come Culver back the other way. It's been the story of this game. Culver now with a little bit of space on the right-hand side. Taylor to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock center ice. Lemmerbrock goes by one. Held up. Now cycling in behind the net. Lemmerbrock looking for the centering pass. There's Taylor. Taylor fires. Never makes it on net. Waited too long to pull the trigger. That was begging for a one-timer, and Taylor tried to settle it. Loftus now at center ice for Columbus. She'll stretch it out to the right-hand side. Taylor fans on the attempt. Taylor trying to do too much, trying to be too fancy. Just needs to control the puck and get it into the zone. Jackets beginning to grip the stick a little tight now, just trying to force things. Another quick line change from Columbus. We see Miller and both the Talibis, Rumpke and Travers on another neutral zone faceoff. Right in front of the scorekeeper. Miller wins it. Rumpke dumps it in on the backhand. Along the half boards, Miller gives chase. Talibi now behind the net. Talibi slips, falls, takes out a Culver player, but they control the puck. Travers gets back. Good work by her. That's poke checked off of her stick. Culver player loses her stick. And now in on Binsky. Out front, Binsky, big save. Out front, another big save. Cleared out by Gracie Travers as Culver were all over the net. Jackets need to just take a breath here. Collect themselves, get their shape. Miller on the poke check, good for her. That puck skips out. Talibi blocks it. Out front now, Travers will have to get that. She falls to her knees. Miller, good poke check out to Rumpke. But Jackets can't clear the zone. 3 minutes left in the period. Out front, now Talibi's going to have to race after it as it goes off the boards. Finally chips it up and out of the zone. Bella Talibi looking for Rumpke. Now Culver with Travers picks up that errant pass. Pass to nobody. It's going to go the length of the ice. No icing. That's Culver wrapping around behind their own net. This puck is going to go for icing as it travels the length of the ice. 2:37 left in the second. Jackets lose their shape again in the defensive zone, and Culver's all over them. We get pressure in their zone, and we just can't get anything through. Culver being real tight in front of the goalie, not allowing a lot of shots going through, a lot of blocked shots, a lot of deflected shots. And Jackets practice setting up in the zone, but they're just not executing it. And you'd like to see them just kind of stretch Culver a little bit. But again, when you're trailing 2-0 and you're just not finding things going your way, you tend to grip the stick a little tighter, try to force it, and then you end up making more errors. Buzik fighting in the corner there. Reagan Davies comes away with it. Davies fires. It'll be gloved down by Culver, and we'll get a stoppage with 2:17 left in the second. So yeah, I'd like to see Columbus just remember how they practice. Get in the zone, get the wingers in position, get the D in position, and start cycling the puck. And they're just trying to jam it in the center too much, and Culver just doing a great job of collapsing in front of Columbus, and no shots are getting through. Having said that, there's another one. It's wide of the mark by Davies, but at least we're getting something from the point. Culver now with 2 minutes left in the period. And the Jackets just don't want to pressure. There's no pressure whatsoever on the forecheck. And now here come Culver back the other way. Elena Prahl. It's a 2-on-1 for Culver. Culver play tic-tac-toe. Prahl does a good job of defense, and the Culver player goes over her. Caroline Crick being a pest. Davies now. Binsky covers it. Oh my God. Are you kidding? That is crap. So Prahl's going to go 2 minutes for a delay of game. The referee is saying that she knocked the net off on purpose. At the 1:33 mark, Culver go back on the power play. They're 1 for 1 today. So the referees assessed that Elena Prahl had knocked the net off on purpose and gave a delay of game for doing so. So now the Jackets, again, shorthanded. Out front, and that was lucky. The Jackets, again, not picking up Players in the slot. Chipped up. No icing. Good work by Lemmerbrock now with 1:03 left in the period and a minute left in the man advantage for Culver. They're 1 for 1. Their second goal was a power play. Culver offside. Easy call for them. Referee right on the line. 51.3 left in the second. 49 left in the man advantage for Culver. Jackets get a line change in here. Day and Rumpke, along with Lily Talibi and Gracie Travers. Controlled by Culver. So go east to west now through neutral ice. Rumpke chops. Culver remain control of the puck. Lily Talibi, good poke check. That puck will stay in the zone, though. Culver do a good job of keeping it in the zone. Talibi with another poke check, and that goes outside the zone, and now Culver has to regroup with 27 left on the man advantage. And it's behind Day. Rumpke with a perfect pass, and Day was expecting it on her forehand, went to her backhand, and now dumped in again by Culver. Travers battles behind the net. Tries to clear it out. Day will get it at the half boards. Day now stretches it out to Rumpke. Rumpke tips it ahead. 5 seconds left in the period, and this will do it. At the end of 2, the Jackets are going to trail by 2. Power play is over, back to even strength. Culver go 1 for 2 on the power play, and the Jackets trail by 2 after 2. So the Jackets will play this same Culver team again this afternoon at 1:55 p.m. here at Dublin Chiller. Don't forget to tune in for that. Until then, we got 15 minutes to play in the second. Jackets have all the work to do. And if Coach Noss wants to win this game, he's going to have to make some coaching decisions as far as playtime. And you might see a shortened bench here in the third. I mean, Jackets have had a lot of zone time and just no reward. The Jackets just look a little tense. They're gripping their stick too tight. They need to play a little bit more loose, a little more loosey-goosey, right? A little more free-flowing. Right now, they're just trying to force things. And here's a change. Reagan Davies going up front. Miller going to the back end, so she'll assume duties on defense, which not a defenseman, but trying to get some goal scoring here with Davies. And I'm going to assume that Culver now going to try to exploit that. It goes off of Lena Prawl. Not that Miller's a bad defensive player, but she's just not her normal position. Culver cycling it down low. Binsky covers up. Face off in the Blue Jacket zone. Quick line change here as we're going to get Jenna Day with Rumpke and Bella Talibi. It's a 21-second shift. Binsky blockers it and covers up. Jenna Day now for the face-off. Now Bella Talibi with it. Just too slow to get that pass. Jenna Day calling for it. Talibi takes 1 or 2 touches on it and allows the defenseman to get on there. Just need to make that play a little quicker, right? And that's kind of where we're missing things. And then a blind backhand out of the zone. I mean, it works, but we're just turning the puck over. And, again, the Jackets mentally just – trying to figure this out. Another blind backhand by Day, and he puts it right on the Culver stick, and now Culver come back the other way. Binsky blockers it aside. Jenna Day goes back to get it. Jenna Day can't clear it. Jenna Day wraps it around. Belitz Levy's going to have to go chase this down. Jackets look out of sorts. They just don't. They're not out front. Binsky doesn't know where it's at. It's picked up now by Loftus, left-hand side. Jackets just look out. They just don't even know what to do. Loftus with speed into the corner. Backhands it, looking for an out-front pass, but nobody's there as the Jackets are trying to get a line change on. Now Davies. That puck is going to escape out, and we're going to get an icing call. It'll be a face-off in the Culver zone here with 13:11 left in the third, and the Jackets trying to get something going here, but again, we're just making those mental errors. Davies now from the face-off dot with Taylor and Lemmerbrock. Davies wins it to Taylor. Taylor back to Hayden. Hayden in, bobbling puck, and again, the Jackets no pressure on the net. Two players in front, none of them making an effort to even go towards the goal. Like we need to have like you're trailing by 2, girls. Let's go. Culver have about 48 people on the ice. They're finally clearing some off. Lemmerbrock just chips it into the far side. Now Culver with it. Culver, right-hand side, through neutral ice. Hayden back on defense along with Loftus. Culver now behind the net with speed. They cycle it. Wrap it around at the circles. Out to the slot. Picked off by Davies. Never makes it on net, but picked up again by Culver. That loose puck finding its way onto Culver's sticks. That goes off the bar onto the netting and out of play. And again, the Jackets just watching Culver skate. Now we're going to do a running clock. Why? So now they're going to run the clock because our ice time only goes to 11:20. So whose bright idea was it to have a 5-minute warm-up? I swear, sometimes I just wonder about CCYHA. But a 5-minute warm-up, we got to not have that. Jackets now are really going to have to get after it because there's going to be no stoppage. The clock is not going to stop. Turnover, and we're going to get an offside call. Let's go, ref. Little effort. We got a running clock. Let's go, ref. Referee taking his sweet old time with a running clock. Like, come on. Stretch pass way too far. Here comes Culver, 2-on-1 the other way. Culver fires. Binsky equal to the task. Get a stoppage here as Binsky covers it up. Well, we have 10 minutes now, but this clock is running. Jackets control that face-off. Miller tries to find Rumpke. Skips outside of the zone, but they don't call it. Jenna Day can't clear it. Miller deflects it. She'll chase back after it. Goes off of her stick. Prahl collects it now behind Binsky. Jackets need some urgency here. And here comes Jenna Day, right-hand side for Rumpke. Rumpke is outpaced for that puck as she couldn't control it. Now here come Culver back the other way, a 3-on-2. Binsky blockers it aside. Miller slow to the puck. Now Culver behind the net. Miller jams it up in the corner. She leaves it for Jenna Day. Rumpke can't get it. And now off of Prahl. Again, Like, just no urgency. Jenna Day with the puck. Stretch pass. Now Bella Talibi with it. Poke checked away from her. Culver come back the other way. Miller has it escaped by her. Into the zone. Go Culver. Out front. Binsky, big save. Culver should be getting a penalty here. And they are as Binsky rushes off the ice. We're going to get a touch-up. Back on the power play go the Jackets, high sticking. And that's going to happen at the 9:01 mark. Jackets need to hurry up. They're 0 for 2, 0 for 1. Actually, we're going to get a stoppage here. Davies now for the draw. Jackets really need it now. Is this the time that they get that first goal? Davies tries to push it ahead. Lemmerbrock with it out to Hayden. And again, why isn't Hayden playing the point? Right? Like, that's what needs to happen. And this is what we work on in practice, and we're just not executing it in the game. We're just trying to force it. Hayden forced now. And now Davies is going to negate that with her own penalty. And we'll play 4-on-4 as Davies goes for tripping at the 8:36 mark of the third. And we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 6 seconds, and then a 24-second power play for Culver. And the Jackets' day goes from bad to worse. Binsky blockers it aside. Rebound. Travers can't get it. Binsky finally covers it up. We'll get a whistle. But remember, there's a running clock, so. Lemmerbrock in for the draw. Controlled by Culver, and Culver will chase it into the near side corner to the left of Binsky. Culver cycling out to the point, into the slot. Hayden breaks that up. Taylor with it. Taylor to Lemmerbrock, goes underneath her stick. Collected by Culver. Back in. Culver playing 4-on-4 here. Lemmerbrock takes the puck. 1-on-2. 2-on-3. Lemmerbrock just skips it ahead. 7:45 left in the period. Lemmerbrock has that poke checked off of her stick, and here come Culver the other way. Culver with it. Fires high and wide of Binsky. Lemmerbrock skates back to get it, but now it'll be Prawl. Lemmerbrock falls. Culver come away with it. Too many men on the ice. It's 4-on-4. No. White, Culver. Too many men on the ice. Jackets on the power play. This is at the 6:59 mark. They sent a player on too early before the penalty expired, and the referee called him immediately. They tried to get the zone. The referee has to go between his skates. Davey loses that face-off. One of the few that she does lose. Prawl steps up. Prawl goes through. Davies gets tripped. And now Miller's the only one back, shorthanded. Here come Culver, 1-on-2. Goal. Shorthanded goal by Culver at the 6:38 mark. And Culver up 3-0. Culver controlled the opening faceoff. Wrapped around. Culver enjoying it here. Jackets with a lot of play, but unable to find any kind of luck. And this just This day just goes from bad to worse for the girls in blue. Culver have their number today. And you knew that was going to happen after yesterday. Talibi can't find it between her skates, and she'll just dump it into the zone and turn the puck over to Culver. And can't score if you don't have the puck or just not making good decisions across the board. Now here's another 2-on-1 developing, shorthanded. Up and out of the zone, Rumpke. She's going to dump it in. Nobody there. She'll go for a line change. Talibi gives chase. 13 left in the power play for Columbus.
Nice work.
Day with it with 6. Hayden fires. That puck looked to be tipped in front of Talibi. The penalty expire, and the Jackets go 0 for 3. .5:22 left in the period, running clock. Limmerbrock controls it. Still 5 minutes to play. Nobody there as Taylor dumped it in and intercepted by Culver. Now the breakout. This puck is not going to probably make it for icing. It will make it for icing. We got to hurry up with the puck. .443 left, running clock. Chop, chop, ref, let's go. Chipped ahead by Davies off the faceoff, but controlled by Culver again. Travers keeps it in at the point. Lemmerbrock with it, finds Taylor. Taylor fires, goes off a skate and just wide. Lemmerbrock chases behind the net for Columbus. Culver now on the far side corner at the half boards, picked off by Davies. Stepped up to by Lily Talibi, and she just can't get to it. She's going to have to race for it as Culver first on the puck. Under 4 to play in the game. Jackets trail by 3. Culver with a even strength power play and shorthanded goal. In a dominating performance so far over Columbus, but Columbus have controlled a lot of the play in their own zone and have had 0 reward. And that's a tough one. Lemmerbrock can't handle it. Go deep into the corner. Lemmerbrock now goes in. Lots of active sticks. Good play by Culver as they come back the other way. Their transition game has been strong today. Toe drag. Binsky has it go behind her, but it's out on the outside of the net. Culver now out at the point. 3:22 left in the period. Big save by Binsky. Davies picks it up. Davies looks for the stretch pass. It's behind Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock's going to go for a slash. And that'll be power play number 4. At the 2:57 mark. So Jackets are going to have to regroup after this one and come out with a different attitude in Game 3, because with under 3 to play and a running clock and we're down by 3, the Jackets haven't created much so far. Thomas Crick and Buzik out there. Actually, just Thomas and Crick, along with Hayden and Loftus. Hayden skips it ahead, but Culver collected in front of their own bench. Culver on the power play. Into the zone. Picked off by Crick, who's back checking well. Crick tries to shovel it out. That puck is loose in the high slot area. Oh, and it went off of Hayden's skate and almost handcuffed Binsky again. Binsky having a rough time of it here. Some of it by pure luck. 2 minutes to play in the period. 33 left in the Culver power play from the point. Culver fire, looking for the tip in front. Culver again at the point. Jackets look tired, mentally, physically tired. Culver look alive, ready to go. Nice stretch pass, good vision by Culver. Culver don't need to really do much here, just cycle the puck with 1:38 left. 10 on the power play. Culver just playing with Columbus at the moment. High slot, Culver fires, blocker aside by Binsky. Culver picks it up, Crick is dumped, no call. Binsky collects it. Lemmerbrock steps out of the box and at 1:24 left. We'll have a defensive zone face-off. And this one is going to go down as a 3-0 loss if Culver don't get another one. Culver go 1 for 4 on the power play. Back to full strength. Jackets just getting tied up. Day now up for Rumpke. Rumpke shovels it ahead, but it's to no one. It's behind Talibi, and now Culver fired in behind Binsky. And we're just not firing on any cylinders today. It's not our day for the first game, at least. Under a minute to play, under 40 seconds to play, actually, as Genaday picks it up, and Genaday backhands it to Travers. Travers is just pinned against the boards, and now Rumpke finds it on her stick in neutral ice. Got Talibi. Rumpke now across the blue line. Rumpke cuts it in, fires, blocker to side, and it's been the first that goalie's touched the puck in about 5 minutes. Reagan Davies bowls her way in with 15 left in the period. 15 left in the game, but Culver control it. They'll break it out. 10 left in the game. Culver 3, the Jackets 0. We'll go at it again at 1:55. Let's hope for a different result here. Third period goes. Culver blank the Jackets at home by a score of 3-0. An even strength goal in the first, along with a power play goal in the first. And then to add insult to injury, they follow with a shorthanded goal here in the third. They go 1 for 4 on the power play. Jackets 0 for 3 on the power play. Our final score here in Dublin is Culver Academy 3, Columbus Blue Jackets 0. We'll be back at it again at 1:55, so stay warm, get in front of the fire, watch the snow, and tune in for Game 3 at 1:55. Until then, have a safe, snowy day. Good afternoon.